Thank you very much, and it's really my pleasure to welcome you all in this Jean Monnet conference on climate actions and just transition. Many thanks for your invitation to join you today. Thank you in particular to Professor De Marchi for this invitation. And it's really a privilege for me to be in your company because you are really our allies in our European endeavors in education about the EU. You probably know that Jean Monnet Actions have celebrated their 35th anniversary. It's really an important initiative for all of us. It has profoundly shaped teaching and research about the European Union in the last decades, and certainly in the field of climate change. I was checking the figures this afternoon. Since 2021, about 40% of our project have dealt in a way or another with climate change. So you see that it's a topic that is really relevant for many of our Jean Monnet teachers and learners. And it's certainly not a coincidence that these important actions have been named after one of the founding fathers of the European integration, Jean Monnet, who, you know, it has been a real true architect of Europe, a true believer in the power of collective actions. And he has advocated for that during his whole life. So again, here I think we are really working together for this climate action and just transition objectives. Collective action so is really at the core of your project, but was really the core of Jean Monnet actions, of Jean Monnet himself, sorry, and then of Jean Monnet actions. So since their inception, the Jean Monnet Actions have been promoting open discussions about the EU, about different policies of the EU. It has brought together different voices from academia, from civil society, from policy making, and from all around the world. So these actions really embody the spirit of European integration and remind us that the EU is more than an economic union. It's really an ambitious project of cooperation, of peace, of shared values between different nations. And it's important to remember that this precise moment when sometimes we have doubt about the development of our society. And so I believe that really that these exchanges are important, are very precious, and that they create a community where we can openly engage in meaningful debates about the EU and about the key policies of the EU. And Jean Monnet Actions have had very important achievements. We have supported more than 1,000 universities in more than 130 countries, and we reach millions of learners, created networks of knowledge that transcend borders, and we attract every year a growing number of applications. So congratulations for having succeeded in that particularly hard selection process. So as I was saying, we promote excellence in teaching and research about the EU. So we together cultivate a generation that is not only aware of European dynamics, but is also equipped to contribute to European projects. And as the title of your conference is, together we can imagine alternatives as you are aiming to do today. So we hope that by supporting those EU studies, we can inspire future leaders, future policymakers that will advocate for the values that underpin the EU, that will advocate for the policies that we will have been developing together. We also, with those studies, encourage critical thinking, intercultural dialogue, and the development of skills that are needed in this very interconnected world, and particularly needed now in this period where disinformation is particularly important, and where sometimes the scientific arguments are not the most listened to. So I'm very happy to be with a crowd of researchers, academia, that do believe in sciences and in the need to work together, policymakers and academia together. So these Jean Monnet Actions have been championing the cause of EU knowledge since 1989, ensuring that every citizen recognizes the value of unity in diversity and the importance of cooperation for a sustainable future. Therefore, I believe that boosting these EU studies should remain an imperative, and I really encourage you to continue, and thank you for contributing to this Jean Monnet action. So I wish you a very fruitful discussion, and I hope that those discussions will be very contribute to the development of science, of scientific research, of scientific of your studies and research. So best wishes, and thank you for the invitation again.